Man, I love Blind George's popcorn.
I do too, babes, but you know what? It doesn't fit into our nutrition plan very well. But that's okay once in a while. It's our favorite treat
I know.
in the wintertime when it's so cold.
Yep. You know, about a year ago, we were trying to say, how do we get our church to get involved in the community? And it's been a whole year. How do you think that's working?
Well, I think it's working really, really good, but we didn't have any idea how God was going to bring it about.
I know, and the cool thing for me, though, is to see how people are just looking, coming up with their own ideas. It's not stuff we're doing. It truly is a movement, and it's not anything that we're creating.
No, not at all. Like Kevin Gill with the Oil Change Ministry, that was his idea totally. And now look at how single moms and widows are being helped through that ministry.
That's awesome. And I know that God is still giving people lots of great ideas. I mean, I see it almost every day.
Well, a perfect example was Diana Amble with the Women's Crisis Center. She had so many good ideas on how we could help out and serve. It was really a fun week. And it reminded me of when we went to Guatemala on our very first short-term mission team. It felt just the same. People committed to loving and serving. We just went to our own homes that night, but the feeling was the same.
Yeah, it has to be a movement. It can't be a church program. We have to just let the Lord work in people's lives and give them ideas and say, how do we win our community? But I really like that term. It says, good works
leads to goodwill,
and that leads to good news. That's the difference between just volunteering and volunteering with a purpose, because our purpose is to share Jesus eventually. And what I really love, instead of just going to church, we get to be the church. So this has been very positive with the guys here at the station.
Absolutely, they're looking for different ways that they can use the home groups. As a station and a department, we're looking for ways to use them, and we're developing those relationships right now to where the home groups are already starting to see the needs. They're already getting to learn about our fire station, how we operate on a day-to-day basis, the needs that we have. For instance, our levy coming up, they're already noticing why we need these kind of things and stuff like that. So it's kind of educating them in a way as well. But we're also learning about them, so it's really developing a neat relationship between the two of us, a good working relationship.
Well, at first they were pretty reluctant about coming. We found out that their parents were kind of behind them coming to this program.
Yeah.
And we've been doing it for about a month now. We have 4 wonderful volunteers, besides myself, that are there, that work with these kids. The first time we had 15 kids, and now we're up to about 23.
You know, one of the things that I've appreciated about you guys is here Ken's lost his job, and you're full-time in school, and you got a whole lot of stuff going on, and yet you're saying, I want to go out and serve the Lord out there. How do you do that, or why do you do that?
Well, the credit has to go to God. I know that. I think it's because of his love for me, him choosing me to die on the cross, send his son to die on the cross for me. Just that love for me is so unfathomable that it's kind of like, I just feel like the servanthood just is there. You know, what else can I do but give my life back to him? And this is a great way to do it, to be able to love on the kids that have troubles.
Okay, so Sergeant Disney, so what's happening in about a month with the guys that serve here?
In about a month, they'll start their train up to go to Iraq, to serve in Iraq for about a year.
For about a year, they'll be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Are most of these guys leaving families behind?
Probably 90% of the soldiers are either married or have children.
Okay, and how many guys are leaving from Josephine County, do you know?
From Josephine County, there's approximately 80 to 90 soldiers.
Wow, 90 families affected.
Roger.
Then, wow. Obviously, it'd be great to be able to reach out to these guys in some way, huh?
Absolutely. Yeah. If we, as much support as we can get, the better off they'll be.
So, Jeannie, is your husband one of these soldiers?
Yes, he is.
So he's on the way to Iraq, and he's leaving obviously you behind. But what about kids?
We have 4 kids. Youngest is 5, the oldest is 17.
Okay, so most of these soldiers are probably leaving families.
Yes.
So how do you think Heroes at Home works? What do you think is going to happen?
I'm just hoping to provide them with support and love on each and every one of them. And I'm looking to get them into a home group or a small Bible study.
Wow, that's awesome. And so if people want to be involved, basically they need to have a love for soldiers and their families.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow. Special ministry, thanks. So Terry, until recently, you yourself were unemployed.
Yeah, I was.
Wow. And so now you do have a job.
Absolutely. I work at Evergreen, grateful for the position, working for a great company.
Great. But you feel like God's allowing you to, with a group of other people, start a brand new ministry.
Yeah, the ministry is called Hope for Economic Survival.
Is there anything in 2009 that's more pertinent than that?
I don't think so, especially
man.
just having been there myself.
This is a group of professionals that want to do this for free for the church and for the community.
Absolutely.
What kind of things will they provide?
It's open to everyone, and what we'd like to provide is something along the lines with interviewing skills, how to build a resume, how to run a budget, how to put your business in a budget, how to stave off creditors, how to prevent your home from being foreclosed on, just ways to save money.
So if someone wants to be involved in this, they can just sign the card that we have in their bulletin, and they can get involved.
Absolutely. Put your indication and what you'd like to specialize in or how you'd like to help
Yeah.
on the welcome card, and we'll be in touch.
And the first seminar type of thing will probably be when?
A couple of weeks. We're hoping to get the first one done in 3 weeks to a month.
That's great. Okay, thank you. God bless you, man.